Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming, and on this quick, and I mean super quick, video, we are going to do a second piece to go with this, and I'm going to tell you about it and give you some ideas. So it should be fun, super easy. As you're hopping on, say hello, let me know that I'm not standing in my craft room by myself, talking to myself and my cell phone. Feel free to sprinkle, feel free to ask questions, all that. Okay, so yesterday I did this, and I'm covering up the words here because I just did the church. This is a new stencil design from MagnoliaDIY.com called Old Country Church. It's a beautiful design. I only used part of it because obviously this is 15 by 15 and this is probably 12 by 18 or something. So I only used part of it to do the church here. And I used white chalk paste. Then this morning I looked through all the faith stencils that I have, and holy cow, I have a ton, but those are my favorite. And this is what I decided to use, was just the words, "For God so loved." I may come back and add the John 3:16 somewhere here. I don't know. But anyways, this is that most well-known verse in the Bible that says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes shall not perish but have eternal life." Something to that effect, depending on what translation you're in. So that's what I ended up doing because I felt like I wanted something right here. And I love this. It turned out great. Today we're going to do this because this is another super well-known Bible verse. And you guys, I seriously believe it's important, if you are a Christ follower, to sprinkle little touches of your faith throughout your home and throughout your life. So you can constantly be reminded. You can have conversations with people that come over, friends, family, whatnot, about your faith based on what you've got displayed in your home. And, I think it's really wonderful. So we're going to do this, Jeremiah 29:11, which is the one that says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." So that's what we're going to use on this second piece. And this is a set of nesting trays from MagnoliaDIY.com. What I love about them is that they will stand up. So you could have these on a bookshelf or a buffet or your fireplace, mantle, or hearth. You could have these out, standing up like a piece of art. So they come in a set of 2. Okay, so I need my little tacky towel here to fuzz this beautiful Jeremiah 29:11 stencil. I have used it a few times, and it feels fine. It doesn't feel overly sticky. And then I'm just going to figure out where I want to put it here in my little nesting tray. These come, I'm going to put it a little bit higher up and not exactly in the center. These trays come with this black chalkboard surface that's changeable. I just washed this one off this morning. It had the cutest little house in it. And the big one I just washed off yesterday, and it had a big Christmas tree on it. So you can change these throughout the season. And it comes with handles too. Or like a little piece of hardware, which I decided not to put on these, and then I have lost it. It's gone. Okay, so I'm just making sure that I don't have any air bubbles or whatnot. And I'm just using plain old white chalk paste and a squeegee. Let's put my camera down a little bit further. Put my glasses on. And I'm going to do my best to basically drag my squeegee over this design and get everything covered. What you don't want to do, especially when you're working on a blackboard, I've got way too much. You don't want to go over and over and over and over and over your design too many times, because when you do that, you can end up with having your stencil design look blurry, and you could be pushing too much of your medium through the holes in this mesh stencil. Okay, I'm just looking for the places where I have big blobs. I'm going to put all of this back in here. This is what it looks like. This is a beautiful stencil. Oh my gosh, it's so fabulous. Okay. So fabulous. Isn't that pretty? So, I think this is a great combination that I think would be lovely. Almost anywhere in your home, and I love that you could change it. And if you wanted, here's the idea, on this big one, you could have the church, and then you can switch out this part right here for a small seasonal stencil. Easter, 4th of July, or summer, fall, Christmas, Valentine's Day, that kind of idea. And then you could do a larger stencil for that specific holiday on this one and sit them next to each other. And I think that would be really fabulous. What do you guys think? Okay, let me show you these two other things that I made. This I made a couple days ago. Where am I? It's not finished. It has a magnet to put a little sign right here, which I haven't decided that that's what I want. And it also has a magnet here to put a little wreath that I created on it. So I'm still working on that. And this is the other one that we did, which I think is done. Look how pretty that turned out. Oops. So anyways, this new design, this new old country church design is really, really, really fabulous. Let me know if you would like a link or a list, or if you want, you know what, if you want the full list of Christian and faith themed stencils, and there's, I don't know, 30 or 40 on there, let me know and I'll get you that as well. All right, do this or this. That's a heart, in case you're wondering what in the world is Hiedi doing. Feel free to sprinkle if you would like to. Let me know if you have any questions. If you love this idea, just keep in mind, you don't have to have these two surfaces in particular. You could use any kind of a chalkboard. Okie dokie. Have a blessed and wonderful day, and I will see you guys very soon for more craft projects here at DiyDreaming that are going to be quick and easy, affordable, sometimes a little different, but they're almost always going to involve either faith, family, or flowers.